My name is Stephan Walker, and I am a primary school teacher assigned at the Charles F. Broome Memorial Primary School. Why did I become a teacher? I believe that it was God's prompting at a very young age. I remember as a child having a strap in my hand and talking to the steps and teaching them multiplication tables and going through the ABC. But that was the beginning. And I was led to a volunteer program while returning to school at Alexandra back then. And I had the opportunity to volunteer at the Roland Edwards Primary School. And that was another spark, where I went to the school on a weekly basis working with class 4 students. And this was an opportunity to give back my time, since I would have returned to school and there was an opportunity to do some community service. I opted to volunteer at the primary level, and my love for teaching, it grew from there. Within my heart, I knew that teaching would be a passion. Teaching would be something that I would want to wake up and do each day, and I have not regretted doing so. Yes, there are many moments I can recall in teaching that were major standouts, and there were some downfalls. However, there's a major experience in teaching that I can never forget. And it was this one day in the classroom when a child came to me and said, "Sir, I want to play church." And play church, I said. And I smiled to myself and I looked at the children and I said, okay, well, let's go with the flow. He wants to play church. Let's all go on the pasture. We're going to play church with James. And we went on the pasture that morning, and we gathered around in a circle, and I allowed James, his name, to take over. And you could see a child role-playing what he's accustomed to while being at church. He started with hymns, he started to sing and to clap, and we all engaged him. But there was something that really stood out for me. James said, "Mr. Walker, I want to pray for you." And I was going through so much at that point in my career. So many decisions were to be made. And James took his hand and placed it on my forehead. And he started to pray. And he said, "Mr. Walker, there are going to be many opportunities for you. God is going to work everything out for you." And he went on to pray like I felt the hand of God over me. And that made a huge difference. A couple weeks ago, while being overseas, I received a message from James's father. And he said, "Mr. Walker, I want to invite you to James' ordination." It blessed my heart to know that today James is an ordained pastor. I said, "To God be the glory, great things he has done." I smile because teaching now is not the same when I started 17 years ago. For those who are interested in this noble profession, I often say, love what you do. You must have a love for sharing knowledge. You must have a love generally for children. You must have a love to take persons for where they are at and take them to another level. And teaching is not the same today as it was 17 years ago. However, I believe that through it all, there are so many lessons to be learned. And I often encourage persons and tell them each day will not be the same. But if you are a praying teacher, like I am, you see how God can work in mysterious ways. Sometimes you may be going through a situation, but sometimes the child's act of service can bring a smile to your face. Sometimes when you see a child is at the bottom, and when he or she rises and you can see that there's growth, it is a blessing. So I often say to persons, once you are willing to give of your best, and you are willing to go all out for the sake of empowering children so that they can make a difference, teaching is for you. It comes with many sacrifices, but there are many blessings behind it.